just maneuvered. It's gonna bother me. But I just finished maneuvering a little bit my kind of the positioning of how I usually have the camera in here. And I've done it a few times, but I changed. I didn't realize that I should have moved my desk a little bit to make it a bit better. And then I discovered another outlet. So, because there's the one over there, but then there's apparently one right kind of to the side here. And I don't know if there's one over there, but I was like, oh my gosh, that's great. I can, like, definitely use the other outlet more than that one, because that one just kind of has, like, then I just always have a cord kind of just on the ground here for, like an extension cord, whereas I can just, like, feed the extension cord behind, like, my drawers and stuff. Yeah, and have it just look a bit more tidy. So I need to just figure out that light situation, because you probably can't see very well on camera, but it's not the tidiest. But anyway, hello. And luckily I don't think my microphone's been too bad. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I still can't afford a newer one, but once I can, definitely want one that I can, like, or maybe it's just that this one isn't as good. I mean, it is a Blue Yeti knockoff, so I think so maybe it's not that good at picking up, or maybe just because I've used it a few times and now it's just, like, not as strong as it was initially. But I want something like, well, something a bit higher, but I digress. I'm actually filming at a good time, as in at the day before an upload. I went out to my friend's house today, my Japanese friend. She's one of my older friends, and so I played card games with her and her daughters, so that was really, really fun. She has a daughter who is in the first year of junior high school, and a daughter who is in 5th grade, essentially. So yeah, and they're really cute. And we play card games. I was considering playing Jackbox with them, but I didn't have it, like, ready, so I couldn't. And so starting in, I have, like, a theme for this video, but in this one we're starting off with Rambles, if you don't mind. And yeah, what else? We played the Game of Life. And earlier I was telling someone, and I was calling it the life game, because, like, in Japanese you just say jinsei game. And then it's like, because the grammar format of Japanese and English is, like, opposite, I guess. Kind of like, what is it? In English we have SVO, and then in Japanese it's like SOV, I think it was, or OVS, I forget. I know how to speak Japanese, but I forget. Like subject, verb, object. So subject, verb, object, verb, subject, object. So I think it's subject, object, verb. No, subject, no. Object. Subject. Subject, object, verb, SOV. I'm so let's just nail this down. You can totally correct me, because I hold on now. Now I need to know. I don't know if this will tell me, but this is a book that I have. This includes just scratched myself, all of the grammar patterns in Japanese. Kind of like a dictionary of grammar. There really should be something like this for English, so for like, you know, non-English speakers. Just in here, I wonder. And list of grammar terminology. List of grammar symbols and notations. This would be good for, I guess, a teaching video, maybe. But this is just like a mix, not a mix. It's in alphabetical order, so like it would be basically it's the basic and the advanced Japanese kind of all mixed together, because that's not how you don't learn in alphabetical order when you're learning Japanese, obviously, or any language, or I don't know. It's been a while since I've learned another language. You know what? It is not written here. But I suppose it wouldn't be what? You know what? I will look it up after this video for the next video if I remember. Like, I am only really good at what I know. I'm more of a. I've always grown up being more street smart than book smart. But when it comes to like book smarts, I'm only good at what I'm interested in and have or studied. Did you hear that? Or did you notice that the sound cut off? Their bowls. It seems to be okay now. No, don't do this to me. I wanted to film a bunch of videos on the microphone. Don't do this to me. At least until this video's over. Come on. Do your best. Ganbatte microphone. There's a line on your microphone. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's been a while since I graduated university, but I studied criminology. Don't know if you know. I was gonna do a Q&A video, but obviously I don't know if enough people saw the post that I made, so I kind of just want to wait until I have more subscribers. Maybe 50,000? Who knows? But yeah. So yeah, sorry that never came out, because obviously I need a lot of questions for a Q&A video. So maybe when I'm at 50. What was I saying? Yeah, so I studied criminology, and I still am pretty knowledgeable in that. Linguistics, I kind of just picked up. English, I kind of have to be. But I kind of became better with English, like, as a subject, like teaching and stuff. After I started teaching it, and after I studied, I did my TESOL certificate. But literature I've always loved. Not essays, but creative writing. I've always loved that. I've always done well in school when it came to that. Like when I was in high school, I did very well. yeah. Very well. And I legit, when I'm speaking, just like casually, I need to be careful with my grammar, because obviously a lot of, don't know if you know this, grammar that you hear, like English grammar that you hear in movies and TV shows, like North American ones, is incorrect. I realized that after, like, not exactly studying to become an English teacher, because like I'm a little tussle and just kind of just refreshing it for my own benefit for teach. Next video, maybe I'm gonna have to take this out. Or hold on, let me pause it for a sec. Okay. I kind of made sure that the cable was really in, but we'll see if it keeps cutting off. Then I'm just going to do the next video without the microphone. But anyway, yeah, though, I gotta be careful, because I think a lot of people who write scripts for like sitcoms, movies, TV shows, things like that, they're obviously not. Linguists is better with languages. I've always been really good at like picking up things and saying like languages just in general, obviously because I grew up bilingual, but when it comes to grammar, like the technical points of languages, just like learning language and like the pronunciation, I've always been good at, but like the technical stuff I've always had to like, that doesn't come naturally to me. But yeah, they're not grammar experts, I guess I can say, the ones that write that stuff. So yeah, and then like a lot of them just kind of write how they speak, like they don't actually grammar check, I guess. And yeah, I have to be careful, because sometimes I'll be speaking to someone and they'll be like, oh, is that how you say that? And I'm just like, no. That's just how I say it sometimes, but that's not actually proper English. Or correct English. Don't say that. Say this. This is better. I did that the other day. What did I do? Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but yeah, that's what I did. Because I mean, Japanese people do it too. A lot of them will kind of not speak grammatically correct, unless maybe they're a teacher or something, and like just like in casual everyday speak, or conversation, everyday speak. Yeah. So I'm not the only one, obviously. But anyway, I don't know how I got into this. Anyway, it doesn't say that in here. But that wasn't the theme of today's video, and it ended up being it, because we're at 14 minutes now. Well, I might as well just show you my nails, because I wanted to just film a bunch of short videos. So consider this a ramble. But anyway, what was I talking about to begin with? Just like my weekend. Yeah. So I was at my friend's house. We played the game, Jinsei game, the game of life, and Old Maid, which is Babanuki in Japanese, which I am terrible at. But then they also taught me a version called Jijinuki, which I'm better at, because with Old Maid you have to, it's kind of nerve-wracking, because you're being careful not to get the joker, and then, you know, like you have to try and give the joker if you have it. Whereas Jijinuki, well, obviously the same principle applies, like the first person to discard all their cards wins, but with Chichi-no-ki, instead of knowing that the Joker is the one that you don't want to have, with Chichi-no-ki, or I don't know how you would, like the other version of Old Maid, if you would say it in English, I don't know, if this actually version exists. It's my first time hearing of it. You don't know what the Joker card is. You, at the beginning of the game, you put you set one card aside, and like you try to get, and like you play the rest of the game just as normal, and obviously you try to win by discarding all your cards, but at the end of the game you basically try not to be the last person. Obviously the last person is obviously going to be the loser, but you also just don't want to be the person who has that card, because then the person with the last card is the loser, because that obviously is going to be the Joker. It's a lot less nerve-wracking than Old Maid, because you don't have that element, so it's so the game goes a lot faster, which I like as like a short game to play with people. But we played another game that I am really good at. I almost won the second time, but we had to end it because they had plans. So I came home. Yeah. So in Japanese, I guess they call it daoto, or doubt. But I guess the PG-friendly way to say it would be like cheat, or I doubt it. Although I like just saying doubt, because I'm just saying doubt and like take it out. But obviously the name that I'm used to, and maybe you're used to, is bullshit. And I love that game. Played that a lot when I was in university. And I'm really good at it, because it went really fast for me in the first round, and then the second round, it took longer, so that's why there was no winner. But I taught them what to do, because obviously I won really quickly, so the rest of them were playing, and I told them, you can. You know that if you have a lot of cards, it'll be easier for you to figure out who's lying, because you can just look at how many cards you have, right? And so then it started taking longer, and people started to be better at strategizing. So I taught them basically how to be better at playing against me. But that's only fair. But they weren't expecting me to be able to, I guess, be a good liar with that game. Even though I'm not a good liar in real life, you just have to just be really quick, I guess, and just act like there's no sense in doubting you, I guess. But yeah, that was what I did today. And yesterday I went to get a full body acupressure massage. That was really good. Really helped with my pain, because it wasn't a traditional massage. It was she kept pushing in different places, and really helped with my pain. Although I think I prefer regular massages or traditional ones. Really want to try getting a Swedish massage. On Friday, I went to see a couple doctors, because in Japan you don't really have there is the internal medicine doctor, which can kind of you kind of just go if you have like the flu or something. But if there is something specific, like if you want to see a specialist and you know that it's something in a specific area, like ear pain or something, like a throat problem, you'd go to the ENT, and they're like, you can go. That's what I love about Japan. It may not be like free like Canada and the UK to go see the doctor. Sorry, Americans. But it's super cheap and it's really quick. You don't have to, like with the UK and Canada, you have to like wait ages to go to a specialist or get an exam for something. Like it just takes ages. It takes ages to go to see the doctor for things. So you know, I got a higher dosage of the medicine that it's helping my fibromyalgia. So I feel like the second half of this week has been pretty good for me. The massage also really helped, but that was yesterday. So I really hope I can keep going like this. I'm really gonna need to fit in a massage. I cannot afford at the moment every week, but at least once or twice a month to help with the pain, like an acupressure one, at the very least, which wasn't that expensive at all. It was really good for what it was, like 90 minutes. 90 minutes at like 7,000 yen, so it's not so bad. It was essentially like, well, the way that they advertised it online was an hour of like a regular massage and then like a half an hour of head massage. And oh my god, head massages are great. Love it. But yeah. I really hope I can keep going like this because I really just want to go back to how I was when I first got to Japan. All the energy, I was able to do so much, whereas like the past year or so my health has really deteriorated and I hate it. God. And like the summer as well. I mean, the summer's really hot anyway, so it was hard to just be as active, but then like not being able to go out as much, it's just like gaining weight. And you know, everybody else, you can be any weight you want to be, but me personally, I'm not comfortable with this current weight. So when I first got here, I was so active and I just naturally lost so much weight compared to like when I was living in Vancouver. But with past year and a half, the stress and then depression and then just my like health issues, just it yeah, gained weight. Anyway, I don't want to be such a downer, but I imagine. But since this ended up being a Rambly video anyway, might as well talk. But yeah, that was that. Oh. Yeah, that's what I did on Friday. On Thursday, I went to Costco, and I think I said no rice, rice shortage in Japan. But I got a couple things. Like, I know, like, it kind of sounds like I've been spending money and stuff, but I have been smart about it. But I am still, I can't, like, I don't really like saying broke because, like, obviously I'm not broke, but, like, money is tight, so I have to be smart. Especially because, like, when I changed jobs, I went back to, like, my first year's salary when I was on the JET program. And, like, on the JET program, like every year your salary increases. So, and then, you know, because I moved since then, and like obviously it's so much cheaper living here compared to big cities, other parts of the world. It's still like it's more expensive than when I first got here. So it's just like, yeah, I just like to be smart, and so I can build up my savings, and it would be nice to build up my savings with this, but like, I don't know if you know, this is purely a hobby for me right now until in the future, who knows, in the future, I probably wouldn't consider this a job until a few years, 5-6 years down the line, and that is if I am making as much as the average ASMR artist who has it as a job, because obviously I'm not making any money on this right now. Still a new YouTuber and still haven't broken into it. Yeah. I keep thinking like, man, I should have started during the lockdown. You know, 4 years ago now. Imagine if I did. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We are in the present now. But yeah. I also wanted to preface that because like I'm gonna show you a couple hauls that I did over the past few months, including my birthday haul that I never ended up showing. So yeah, I am not being irresponsible with my spending. Yeah, but then yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I wasn't feeling well, but that's essentially how my week has been. My final week of my summer vacation, which was about 2.5 weeks long, kind of. Yes, start work again tomorrow, Monday's August 26th, and I'm excited to see my coworkers and my students again. I am not excited for the typhoon that is apparently about to hit this part of Japan, so yeah, that's gonna suck. But yeah, I'm excited to see everyone again. I also want to see if I can bring up like playing English card games or English version of card games with my students during downtime, because like, I mean, I think that's a good way to practice. And just seeing if we can also just use regular board games or Jackbox. Yeah. Ooh, it's almost 30 minutes. 30-minute ramble. 30-minute ramble. But yeah, let me just end off this video showing you how I did my nails in the end. And I ended up using a different sticker because, yeah, I really didn't like how it went with the color scheme, color of how I did this. But yeah, isn't it a pretty color compared to like the other color? And literally, I just went over that color. But it looks so different, hey? I considered just not doing any design, just having a plain color, which I do like, and I might just do some other time since I now know that combination of colors. But since I had plain nails last time, pretty much, I wanted colors this time. You can't really see the flower. Yeah, I mean, this is my phone camera, so, and it's compared to the new Samsung release, it's not the best camera. Maybe I should try at some point. Like other version, not like, because right now I have it in selfie mode because it's easier for me to just see how things look and how the frame is. I'm sure a lot of people do also when they film with their phone, but I should try it in selfie mode. But it will be hard for me to also like check if things are focusing. Like even when people use proper cameras, they have like the side, like a way for them to see themselves, you know. And then these are one of my newer earrings. They are cranes, origami cranes. Tsuru, 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 tsuru. I really like them. And yeah, I guess this just ended up being a 30-minute ramble. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed. I'm probably gonna have dinner in a little bit. But yeah. Okay.